Hi, my name's Lindy and welcome to my channel. My website is www.lindycowling.co.uk and my email is info@lindycowling.co.uk. The title of this short video today, short because I'm going to go straight on from here and record a different video specifically for those people that have signed up to my Patreon page, so for my patrons. So I want to record something very different for them and specifically for them. So this short video today is going to be entitled, and I'm laughing because I'm going to say a title, but by the time I get it out there, the title will probably change somewhat. So entitled, what is my mission, or what is the mission format, or something along that lines. What is my mission? Now, the reason I'm bringing this out is because this is a question that comes up over and over again in client sessions that I do. People ask me, and there seems to be a conception or even misconception about it. What is the overall purpose of this? What am I supposed to do with this awakening? What is my mission? So what I mean by mission is it's very much spoken about out there in the awakening community, that when you go through an awakening process, that there is a mission that you are on, almost like I could say a mission from God or a mission from source, and something that you are uniquely supposed to do with it, and that it's a tangible thing that is going to come to you like a bolt of lightning. And really pretty much some of that is a misunderstanding or a misconception. The real purpose of the awakening, the connection or connections, coming fully into your heart, becoming more conscious, coming into a unified state of energy, coming into inner union, the real overall, let's say, higher purpose of that is to be who you truly are. So the mission, if you like, is to express, exude, live at and embody the fullness as much as you can of your own consciousness. So when you are merging into your heart, coming into your heart portal, you put out a different frequency or vibration, and you access more of your own consciousness, more of your own wave bands, more of your own multidimensionality. And when you do this and come into the fullness of who you are, gradually becoming conscious over a period of time, I mean fully conscious, minus the programmable you, the linear you, if you like, as you come into this, you put out a different vibrational frequency, a different sound, and that sound or vibrational frequency is everything, because the world is frequency specific. As you put out this different frequency or vibration, it encourages those around you to become more conscious themselves. So it stimulates others. It's a pulsing frequency that stimulates others to come into their heart, or it can trigger others on the journey to coming into their heart. That vibration can just trigger the hell out of people, even if you haven't said or done anything. It's because the frequency and vibration, it pulses up the vein or artery of one's soul family, blood family, etc., and it goes out to the collective. So hence, the more people becoming conscious, eventually, if you like, the whole world becomes conscious, because there's this knock-on effect. Like attracts like. In the end, we'll get to a point where humanity is largely much more conscious than it is today. So when people say what is the mission, they tend to ask that almost looking at it in a linear fashion, that they have to put on fluorescent jackets and march around with placards doing a particular thing. Now, it is true to say in some cases, if your passion and your heart lays with saving the animals on the planet, saving the plants, saving the earth, humanitarian, then as you go through your awakening and as you connect with different connections, different people that facilitate this, or like-minded souls and spirit, you may well be drawn to do that. It may be that you're really, really drawn and passionate to go do something like that, or to be working with people, or to be sharing things with people, or to be out there doing stuff in nature. So what I would say is, it's almost like that question of following your passion and following your heart where that's concerned. But equally, you might be someone that is not drawn to any of those things, but is drawn to live maybe a very simple life, but it's a life that you are content in, happy in, and that you can be who you truly are in. And I always say to people, as an example, some of the most spiritual people I've ever met are janitors, and that's not a sarcasm. That's the truth, because they were doing the job and living the lifestyle that they wanted to live in the country, in the place they wanted to be in, and they exuded the fullness of who they were, exuded that light and consciousness, because they were happy and passionate about what they were doing. And that frequency that they were pulsating at, that vibrational quota of their own light and own consciousness they were holding within, pulses up through the families that they were born into, and up through their soul families and out to the collective, like a pulse that others can imprint upon, that can hear, that can sense, can feel, and it helps them on their journey. So to summarize, when people say, but what is my mission, or why don't I know what my mission is, why don't I know what my format is, it's not really, I wouldn't say it's really the way to word it any longer, that it's a mission, because really, let's say the bigger purpose and the bigger picture here is to come into your heart. And anything that you do that is coming from there, that you are expressing who you are from your multidimensional quantum heart, is it? Because the frequency and the vibration is everything. And if you're doing something or creating something from there, that is an act of service in itself, not just an act of service for you and the blood and soul families you're in, but for the collective, because you're living from a more conscious state, you're living from more of a heart state. So that is an act of service in itself. So it doesn't have to be as linear as I am going to go out and serve humanity by doing this. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it will be specific things that you do that it is that way. But more often than not, the reason you can't find something to fix on, or I have to go do this with it, is because it's not what you do, but it's what you are. It's your human being. It's how you express who you truly are. That is everything. And if expressing who you truly are is going out to a different country and helping in a humanitarian aid way, then that's what it is for you. If it's writing a book, that's what it is for you. If it's creating art, that's what it is for you. If it's rewriting the education system, that's what it is for you. If it's saving the planet, if it's working with plants, if it's working with nature, if it's saving animals, if it's conservation, if it's environmental, if it's some of the above, all of the above, none of the above. It's if that as an extension of the expression of you, by coming from that place of the heart, you are naturally, let's say, putting out an active service frequency anyway, because when you're coming from the heart, that is that vibrational state. So it's an extremely common question I'm asked, and not that many people know and have a linear idea within their head what to do with it when they have an awakening, spontaneously on their own, or through connecting and falling in love with a spiritual connection, a soul connection, whatever that is. And they wonder what to do with it. Like, what am I supposed to, how do I share, how do I give back? Follow your heart and follow your passion, and your following your heart and passion for you might be very different to someone else going through that. Like I say, you might want to be a janitor, you might want to be a road sweeper, you might want to go be a teacher, or you might come away from everything like that and go do something very different. As I say, it's not really what you do, but what you are, and your state of being. That is everything. That is the act of service. And yes, you might go express it with the world, or in a certain project, or in a certain way, or you might do it in a much quieter fashion. But if you're coming from the heart and that frequency, and you are feeling inspired and passionate about it, can be your true self, then pretty much that is pretty much everything. That is it. So short but sweet, and on that note, I'm going to love you and leave you. Take care. I will see you again soon, and anyone that's watching this that is one of my patrons, thank you very much for your support in that space, and I'll be creating something for you immediately after this video here. Take care, guys, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.